Good morning. I'm Pastor Abrams, and welcome to your morning meditation. There's this awesome passage I want to share with you this morning. It's Mark chapter 6, verses 1 to 3. I'm going to read it in your hearing, and then I'll share what God has impressed upon my spirit. Listen to the words of this passage. It says, "And he went out from there and came to his hometown, and his disciples followed him." Verse 2. "And when the Sabbath came, he began to teach in the synagogue, and many who heard him were amazed, saying, 'Where did this man get these things? And what is this wisdom that has been granted to this man? And the miracles such as these performed through his hands.' Verse 3, "Is not this the carpenter, the son of Mary, and brother of James and Joseph and Judas and Simon? And are not his sisters here with us?" And they were offended by him. The word that God has impressed upon my heart from these passages, and you may need this in this season, is don't underestimate me. Don't underestimate me. In this passage, Jesus's ministry has taken off. I mean, it has exploded. He has a following. He has an inner circle of 12. And without the help of social media, his name is just a buzz. And in Mark 6, beginning at verse 1, the Bible says that he returns home. And what I love about Jesus is he doesn't switch up. He prioritizes private worship, but corporate worship. He goes into the synagogue, begins to teach, and they are amazed at him. So much so, the text says that they were offended. They said, "Where did he get these words and these works from? Where's this wisdom coming from? And where's these works coming from?" And matter of fact, they said, "Is not this the carpenter?" They said, "Isn't his mother here amongst us and his brothers and sisters?" They literally underestimated him. They put him in a box. And I want to suggest to you today, don't ever let anybody underestimate you. But whatever you do, don't underestimate yourself. I come with a prophetic word that eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard, neither has it entered into the heart of man, how God's going to use you in your family, on your job, in your ministry, with your children. Don't underestimate yourself. In closing, they were the Bible says in verse 3 that they were offended, so much so, in John's gospel, watch this, chapter 1, verse 46, when Philip found Nathan, he began to tell him, "We found Jesus of Nazareth." And Nathanael said, "Can anything good come out of Nazareth?" And Jesus is associated with obscurity. He associated with the lowliest, but rose. And I want to suggest, in like manner, God's going to raise you up. He's going to do some great things through your life. But people can underestimate you. But whatever you do, you can do all things through Christ. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Don't you underestimate yourself. I'm Pastor Abrams. This is your morning motivation. You can find us here every morning at 7 a.m. Be blessed.